The stream is live. We are here, as, as you can hear. Has left to go and open his garage door. I don't know why he started the stream right now. I suppose he could have waited until after he'd opened the garage door, but that's the way things work. So there's nothing to show you as yet. Just the Sunday Funnies logo and me talking crap. But there you go. I suppose I've got to fill in the airtime. You can't just leave it blank because people just switch off straight away. Me burbling on like this. People will probably want to hear what comes after it. Randy is probably halfway there. Maybe he's all the way. Maybe he's actually got his hand on the garage door right now. That would be impressive. I'm surprised he hasn't fitted one of those automatic garage doors. They're really good. Although if you let the AI get in charge of it, who knows what will happen? You could get cut in half or anything. So I'm sure he'll be back in a minute, and then he'll be able to start the program properly. I get the feeling that the garage door is already open. I've just got these vibes. It's a long way, like it's about 6,000 to 7,000 miles from here, so I don't know quite how I'm getting those vibes, but the universe is a strange place, especially when it comes to garage doors, open or not. But I think I can hear his footsteps now. I don't know if he's walking that quick anymore. He seems to be a lot better than he was.
There we are.
Here he is.
Who's walking what very quick? You doubting my pacing?
No, I was just filling in while you weren't here.
He was keeping us entertained.
Well, I have to tell you, the audio is shit. So
probably nobody heard a word I was saying.
Yeah. Folks, welcome to Sunday Funnies and Xfinity's wonderful way of keeping us from podcasting because of the audio's been goofy this morning, and my baud rate apparently has been real goofy this morning. It's snowing out, and I don't know. If it keeps up, we'll just abandon the show and work on it next week. Everything's fine now, though. Everybody good?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody sounds all right. We're going to go. The chat's open, folks, for as long as we're here. We will see your comments. Feel free to chime in. We're going to run the opening and go from there. Let's hope everything works. Here we go. Morning, everybody. Thanks for dropping by. This is Sunday Funnies for the 11th of January, 2026. Holy crap, we're already almost halfway through this month. So, yeah, the ninja in the house says, dang. Anyway.
Dang.
Okay. Levi suggested we put another quarter in it. I've got 3 hamsters. Yeah, 3 hamsters on the wheel now. So, yeah. I don't think it's our fault. Yeah. I think if there's any glitches at this point, it's not our fault. We've double checked the equipment. It says, nice, I learned something. The ninja says, hey, come on. There we go. No. I'm clicking on it. There it is. It's cold. That's what he says. All right. Thanks for joining us, folks. If things go pear-shaped or haywire, we will cut this short because it's been a goofy morning. And some of us are coming through really good and some of us aren't, and we apologize for any glitches. Our equipment is still the same. It's the silly cable company or the weather or whatever you want to blame it on. Oh, I just winked there. Did you see that? My camera just blinked in and out. No? Okay. No. All right. But anyway, it's Sunday Funnies. I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman. I do comics. Been doing comics for too many years. Longer than some of you have been alive. Anyway. Shadow Kingdom adapted that from the classic public domain Robert E. Howard story with Cull and Brule, and Russ Leach there did the artwork for it. We had so much fun. We turned into it into the Atlantean. We continued the adventures of those characters as we have Cull and Brule wandering the land looking for a race of shape-shifting lizard demons in order to eradicate them from their reality. We're having a blast doing this. The 4th volume is deep into production now, and the first 3 are available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, criticalblast.com, and if you ask me nicely. So I'm sure if you ask Russ nicely too, he might be able to have a few extra copies if you're over in Europe to be able to sell to you. No? Everybody's frozen.
I'm
okay.
here.
Oh,
yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay. Just again, want to say good morning. The Ninja says good morning. Glenn is in the house, but he's got the flu.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was so looking forward to this episode, but I'll just have to be content to listen while I sputter and cough through my day. Sorry to hear that, Glenn. Hope you're feeling better real soon. PBR Street Gang's in the house. Hi, Randy and crew. Hello to all in the chat. Hello, PBR. And again, we just talked a day or two ago. Thank you so much for that package. We will be looking at it very closely over the next few episodes, and can't tell you how much we appreciate you sending that to us. We'll cover that more then. Right now, though, we have a great book to look through and a couple of friends to look through it with. Here we are. I'm joined this morning also by Mr. Russ Leach. Russ, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Russ Leach. I'm a comic book artist from the UK. You can find out more about me at russleach.com. Sign up for the email list there so we can tell you exactly when and where the next Atlantean is going to drop.
All right. Also joining us this morning, Mr. Mitch Rogers. Mitch, say hello and introduce yourself, please.
Well, hello. I'm, as Randy said, I am Mitch Rogers, a horror comic book writer and artist from Greenville, South Carolina. I've been doing this about 15, 16 years, ever since 2008. My flagship character is the Boger, the demigod of vengeance, which I'm, as I say every week, I am currently going through the original miniseries and doing like a remastered version and releasing it in webcomic format and eventually in a crowdfunding form, I'll crowdfund a collected format when it's all done. And I'm also the writer and artist of the Flesh and Blood collection, which is just a series of short stories, short horror stories, kind of in the EC / early pulp horror vein. And that's not my phone.
It's not my phone.
Well, this is Randy.
It's like this broadcast has temporarily stopped for a phone call for Randy.
Sorry about that. It looked important. It really did, or I wouldn't have picked it up.
This broadcast has turned into pure anarchy, just to let everyone know.
Yeah, it has, and your voice is really accordion now. So
it deteriorated really quick.
Do we want to call it? We can always do a part 2 and actually cover the book. We are we're 6 minutes in. Do we want to try for better next week, or do we want to keep going?
Well, if it's no good at your end, then that's probably the end that's being produced on YouTube, to be honest.
Say what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We could probably
cut it off.
We could just end the show and just keep the audio on and just call it the Musings of Russ Leach.
No, because I will end up getting banned.
Even Russ's audio is bad on my end here. I don't know how it's going to sound once we're recorded.
I would, cut it there. Sorry, guys. I think that's probably it. Oh, right. PBR is saying it looks all good here on this end. So he's watching on the YouTubes.
PBR, you can hear us all right? Everybody sounds good? Let us know, folks. We'll keep going if it's all good.
Just waiting for a response. We got
Let us know in the chat. Should we stop it and just pick it up again next week or not?
No glitches in picture or sound as far as PBR is concerned.
Wow.
Everyone is loud and clear to me. It's just you, Randy. obviously.
So what else is new, I guess? There we are. All right. We all introduced ourselves. I'm just going to swing the camera around then and
Do
show
it.
the book.
Everyone's here for it.
I can hear Pat. I can hear just fine.
I was looking forward to more of Russ's comments about garage doors.
Yeah. It would start getting dark. I'm afraid I couldn't.
You have nothing but darkness about garage doors. Is that what you're saying?
I've got nothing but darkness to say, really. Hey, here we go. Plastino. That just makes me think of him as being some kind of stretchy superhero.
Yeah, last Superman standing.
Plastino. He can stretch everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she said.
This is a book published by Two-Morrows, written by Eddie Zeno, an illustrated biography. It's not quite your standard comic collection, but a retrospective on an artist's life.
Two-Morrows does great work as far as like retrospectives on artists and trends and all that.
Yes, they do. They're really nice as far as doing books on comic history. They've done the Jack Kirby collection, I think, or a collector for many, many issues. If you get a chance to see those are really good. The reason I really like this book is because there's a lot of examples of his pencil work here. Seemed to be a lot of fun. Glenn says, thanks, sounds good. PBR says, hope you feel better soon, Glenn. If I could send you a hot toddy with a liberal dose of Bushmills in it, I would. There we are. Introduction there. Very classic Superman right before Kurt Swan came in and really made the character his own for probably a couple decades. Swan,
yeah.
Gobs of clay, flecks of paint. So look up the Wikipedia page on him. My wonderful internet will allow. It's thinking. That's cool. Nice illustration.
Is that a self-portrait or is that someone drawing them?
Should have known better than to get my
I think he heard you
reach here. Alfred wrote here in 1944, pencil sketch of my father at work in his factory at New York City. I was working for Steinberg's studio on Army field manuals for the Pentagon, USG part-time, and working for Limited Feature Syndicate Freelance or United Feature Syndicate Freelance. So that's a picture of his dad there. And of course, they sent me to the wrong freaking page. All right. Let's keep going. Horses. That is from a later period. This painting, it was featured on a portrait used to advertise his oils, watercolors, and pastels for sale. Some anatomy studies here, sketched by Al, which includes reproducing Michelangelo's version of God. Here. And that side is delicate penciling graces his drawing done about 2008. It says it doesn't give a person or the model used, if there was one. The cover for Blue Bolt. Is that number 2? It's Al's eloquent, earthy image, Liberty, Blue Bolt number 4, volume 4, number 2, July 1943. Let freedom ring. All right, looking up Wikipedia here.
If you're wondering what that whining is in the background, it's my dog not getting the attention he wants.
Not a problem. Compared to what we've already gone through. Just adds to the transparency. We're so glad you're sticking with us, folks. Here we are. It's what Wikipedia says about Al Plastino. Alfred John Plastino, December 15th, 1921 to November 25th, 1913, is American comic artist, best known as one of the most prolific Superman artists of the 50s, along with his DC Comics colleague Wayne Boring. Plastino also worked as a comics writer, editor, letterer, and colorist. With writer Otto Binder, he co-created the DC characters Supergirl and Brainiac, as well as the teenage team Legion of Superheroes.
That's a big resume.
Yeah. Born at St. Vincent's Catholic Medical Center in Manhattan, New York City, December 15th, 1921, and raised in the Bronx. Plastino was interested in art since grade school. He attended the School of Industrial Art in New York City and afterward began illustrating for Youth Today magazine. He was accepted into the college Cooper Union, but chose to continue working as a freelance artist. His earliest known credited comic book work is as penciler inker of the Dynamic Man and Major Victory superhero features and Green Knight medieval adventure story and Dynamic Publications Dynamic Comics number 2, cover dated December 1941. Before the war, Plastino inked some issues of Captain America comics. It's Rocket Man. Here he is. Some of his comic pages. Another cover for Blue Bolt. While working at a studio in New York City with 2 other cartoonists in 1948, Plastino showed sample art of Superman to DC Comics, which offered him work at a whopping $35 a page. Plastino, who had heard that Superman artists were receiving $55 a page, negotiated a $50 rate. Now settled in the comic book field, he largely dropped other commercial work for 2 decades. Early on at DC, Plastino was forced to copy Wayne Boring's style, but gradually began using his own style. He did 48 Superman covers as well as countless DC stories. Plastino and writer Bill Finger produced the story for Superman number 61, in which Kryptonite, which had originated on the Adventures of Superman radio program made its way into the comic books. He drew the Lois Lane feature in Showcase number 9, which served as a tryout for the character's own series. Here in the book, we're still in the golden age here. Looking at Dynamic Man. There's some better pages here. Johnny on the Spot. Look at that city. Looks great. And the shield here, down in the corner. Oh,
Nice.
that's pretty hot. That's an odd looking plane, isn't it? 2 propellers on top. He drew it a couple times here, it looks like. Was that an actual plane?
Could have been in a story or something, or like a series.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever seen a plane like that in like World War II era footage.
No, but it'd be a heck of a cargo plane if it was.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Says Plastino's 41 design for his combination attack bomber and PT boat, including a close-up of the gun barrel. That's cool. Must have had a lot of really crazy designs pitched during the war days. War plans begin on paper. Don't waste it. Serving every resource they could back then. Is it Submariner? That's what that looks like. No. Mini subs. Sorry, folks. My eyes are really bad. More aerial subs, this time from Marvel Mystery Comics number 17, but that was by Bill Everett. We're talking about there. Making plans for war armament. 10 cents for toilet paper. It's kind of how they were respected back then. Hap Hopper, a couple of comic strips here. 2 surviving fragments that Al kept from his days illustrating Hag Hopper from February 25th and 26th, 1947, dailies. Like most artists of the time, you did whatever job you could find, wherever you could find it. And if you got comic strip work, that was pretty good. Even apprentices got paid better than comic book artists.
Still the same today.
Yeah.
Well, there aren't a lot of apprentices in comic strips anymore, unfortunately. A lot of them have a hard time surviving.
Well-paid comic book artists either.
On their own. Yeah, that's true too. There's a classic pose there. The big 3. Here we go. Sorry to be neglecting the chat here. We got quite a bit ahead of me. Second year, both fine. Audio's good. Audio's fine. PBR says, feel better soon, Glenn. Then thanks, sounds good. PBR says, art book. This art book always looks cool. Not familiar with the name Plastino, but liked his work without knowing who he was. Yep. Dynamic Man looks a lot like Robot Fighter to me, kind of, sort of. Yeah, I can see that. Magnus, the Robot Fighter. It's a great book, who he was. I think Frank Hampton's Dan Dare vibes on that plane. Yes, on that painting. I hear that, absolutely. We'll look at Hampton's work. Fantastic painter, Hampton. And the early Dan Dares. Take a look at those real soon. Here's some more. What's that? Early Lex. Where's that Brainiac?
Looks like what?
That's actually Brainiac.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
It's before they put the circles on his head.
I guess to differentiate him from Lex Luthor, I guess.
Yeah, it says Al's smug version of Brainiac from the origin story. That's what that says. Cool. And then there's Swan. Swan's version of the Man of Steel. Photo from Cartoonist Profiles, Volume 1, Number 2 from the spring of 1969. I think I started reading Superman during the Swan era and caught up on the rest of the stuff all I could on reprints. Looking all right. There's a pencil sketch of a Superman cover here, that one. Only with the background in it. Decided to drop it. I loved creating this background rich sequestered view of the Fortress of Solitude in a 2008 commission. Great stuff. This is PBR. Nope, Glenn says based on the Catalina aircraft. Yeah. See that? PBR says, did Al do any stuff in Navy Tales comics? Seems like something like what he did a bit. I would imagine so. PBR, I don't have his, we might find but bibliography at the end of the book. If we do, we will definitely look for that. That classic stuff. Superman meets Kennedy.
And where was Superman in Dealey Plaza? Nowhere to be found.
So, not simple, because it isn't, but it's just, his work is just so straightforward.
Yeah.
He's not trying to do too much. I mean, you know, the sketches down the bottom left there are typical sketchy kind of work, you know, like quite heavy duty. But that picture with Kennedy and him taking his shirt off on the right, it's just lines when you need them. To that's it.
Yeah,
and I presume it was work for color as well.
that's true.
Yeah.
And that's what they were looking for back then. It's as simple and cut lines as possible. They weren't realism wasn't really a worry at this point. Just
Well, that's
style
fairly realistic there.
story.
What you're looking at with Kennedy. What I'm saying is there's a different, and we've said this so many times before, there's a difference between illustration and comic book work. I feel like some of the modern artists in comics today in the mainstream are sort of straying into illustration. They do wonderful work. I can't knock their work, but there's several artists out there that are doing mainstream high note titles that their work is just, for me, is just too realistic.
Sure.
I like. It's a personal opinion, obviously. This isn't for everybody, but I like. Somebody might turn around and say, "Yeah, but what about John Buscema? You love him." It's like, yeah, but his work was more akin to this. If you look at his inks as against, I don't know, Ernie Chan or even Alcala, the amount of detail that they put in, and he didn't want to know. He just wanted to bang the lines down. He had perfect understanding of economy of line. And that's what this guy's doing here. There's an economy of line here. He doesn't need to do too much.
Yeah.
Did Buscema ink his own stuff?
He inked his own stuff on multiple occasions, yeah. And even when it appears detailed, there's just a superb economy of line. He only put in what he needed to put in. Don't get me wrong. I love Alcala's work. I love it for the way that it looks. But I don't think that John Buscema was particularly impressed because he felt that it was overdone. I suppose it depends what you're looking for. I like a more economical line personally. Sorry, folks.
Love that pencil illustration there. Jor-El, Lara, and Kal-El. That was a later commission, probably. Playing with the Myth, commission signed by the artist, 2011.
Ooh, is that Marilyn Monroe?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Another perfect example of what did they used to call it? Ultra realism.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so it's not. It doesn't look like a photograph. It's not even trying to look like a photograph. Although obviously that top left-hand panel looks like it's heavily referenced. But it has a flow, and the people are, like the woman down this bottom right-hand panel here. Yeah, the interplay between the right-hand panel, the interplay between the three characters. I mean, that looks like Rock Hudson as well.
It is.
Oh, it is. Well, there you go. He did a great job. So they're obviously he must have got some photo reference for this as well. But he didn't get the photo reference for the way that they stand, the weight in their shoulders, all that stuff, and the interplay between all the characters on this page. Okay, just shows you that you don't need lots of rendering and detail, just a few strokes, and he's giving that sense of motion and of weight. It's brilliant.
Mm-hmm. The woman there is Gina Lollobrigida.
Ah, right, yes.
Tuesday Weld. Jane Mansfield.
I don't know Jane Mansfield yet. Yeah,
that's got to be. That's not Jane Mansfield. She's too small in areas.
Says that's who they're claiming her to be, though. Though that's really
Perhaps he only had a photograph of her face.
Yeah, trust me, I'm a huge Jane Mansfield fan. That's not Jane Mansfield.
Yeah.
Maybe her face on someone else's body, but
it's almost.
It's lovely though.
Not Mansfield. Who am I thinking of?
Marilyn Monroe, almost. The way
Monroe.
she's holding herself.
Like
Yeah.
Marilyn. Yeah.
Yeah.
could be Mamie Van Doren.
That's just a little thick for Marilyn there, I think.
So there's still, is there variation in the colours? These aren't flat colours, are they? Because this is obviously a black and white print of a coloured page.
This is very much dot coloring. Yeah, CMYK
Right.
indicator, old
So it
style.
is flat. So they are flat colours then, just with
yeah.
dots. Right. Okay.
Yep. And Jimmy's at a lookalike club on this page. They mention it in the first panel.
Right.
And then on the opposite page is Superman talking to Al, self-portrait. Oh, we looked at the time. And that's just classic. That was the cover. That one. Oh, yeah, there it is.
It's quite thick. It's not all Mr. Universe.
Barrel
is he? It's
chested,
just
yeah.
barrel chested, yeah.
No.
Yeah, some of the
More of a
best
strong
Superman
man than,
covers are just him standing there posing, I think.
Yeah. I agree.
This is cool. I like that right hand side. Are they newspaper strips?
Could
That
be.
is, it looks like it. Yeah, it is. 2 dailies for Batman. The most Plastino hero in visage and pose. 1969 Batman dailies. That's what that says. Wow, good on him.
Yeah. I like the way he draws the bat signal on Batman's chest. I've always liked the larger symbol more than the little small one that they did a lot back then.
Mm-hmm. Much better than the block of black that they use now. A rectangle with a couple of points on it.
Yeah.
That's not real Batman, though, is it?
That's that not absolute. Is it absolute?
Yeah, absolute Batman, yeah.
Absolute Batman.
They just they crap all over it.
Well, that's just modern comics in general.
True. Yeah.
See, another great image down the bottom right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's left.
The Alfred and Robin's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Alfred and Robin, yeah.
Alfred looking badass there.
It's lovely.
Just hear Bert Lahr, put him up. It's a great Sunday strip.
Oh, it's Aquaman saving the ship with whales.
Yeah.
What can you do, Aquaman? Can you fly? No, I can't fly. Can you lift like up a whole sort of? No, I'm not super strong. Is it? Can you move real fast? Well, I'm quite quick in the sea. What's your superpower? I can speak to fish.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh no! There's a building on fire and people are dying. Save us, Aquaman.
I'll call some whales. Hold on.
If the building was in the ocean, I'd be able to help you, but unfortunately, no.
Sorry, nah. I can't do that. Nah. Do you know what I sat through? 2 hours of my life I won't get back, and that was that new Aquaman movie. God, what a pile of crap. What an absolute pile of crap. I saw the first one. No, the first one. I saw the first one, and my wife said, do you know what? Shut your brain off. This isn't that bad. It's entertaining,
Yeah.
And we sort of shut down our cortical, whatever, our spines and our brains. We just shut them down for the night. And the first one was reasonably fun. But we shut our brains down last night, and neither of us could get over how badly it was written, edited, put together. Some of the CGI was just despicable. It was just awful. Absolutely awful. I don't know how we sat through the whole thing.
So a generation or two from now, they'll be looking at the movie tallies, box office results,
Yeah,
and they're gonna freak Aquaman made over $1 billion.
Aquaman made $1 billion.
Yeah, because it was Jason
Holy
Momoa.
Yeah, getting his head. Yeah.
Yeah, and women love Jason Momoa, so that explains the whole thing.
That explains it. I mean, that wasn't why my wife liked the first one. But she was not impressed with the film last night, and neither was I. I have to say, it was terrible, absolutely terrible. And I've seen the Flash movie, you know, one with Michael Keaton in.
Yeah,
and that was better than what I watched last night.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but it was.
Okay.
And the Flash movie was pretty bad.
Yeah,
but that was absolute tripe last night.
Again, it was very much a hardcore, not just brain check movie, but forget all of the bad publicity that Ezra Miller was
you really had to separate art from artist that night, didn't you?
Yeah, you had to get past that in order to look at that movie. But
I watched it like probably the vast majority of the people that did watch it for one thing and one thing only, and that was to see Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Well,
and even then I was disappointed because there's no way he would have let him, as Batman, he would let himself get into that kind of terrible position.
Yeah.
As like he wouldn't have been depressed and everything. He would have seen his days out as Batman. That was complete rubbish. But seeing him put the costume on and have a fight and like go out in the plane and everything, that was worth the price of admission. Although I have to say, I saw it for free anyway. So
yep, there you go. More than worth the price of admission. Then
I think it's funny that that they kind of knew that the movie was going to be bad, so they went ahead and hired Michael Keaton back as Batman, and it was still bad.
It was still bad, but it had Michael Keaton in it. Yeah. That's a great swap. No, absolutely woeful.
They were so dug in on that movie, they couldn't dig themselves out. They
couldn't.
Because that was supposed to have started the whole multiverse concept in superhero movies.
Yeah.
But because of all the problems with, Ezra Miller and the behind the scenes drama that it kept getting pushed back, and then Doctor Strange came out, and now everyone's now most of the film goers are like, "Oh, DC's just copying Marvel," when it was actually the other way around.
Yeah, I didn't watch I haven't watched the Doctor Strange movie, in fact I haven't watched any of those films. The only one I watched was the one with the 3 Spider-Man in it.
Oh, No Way Home.
Yeah, I watched that. Other than that, I haven't watched anything since
the second.
Endgame. Yeah.
The second Doctor Strange movie is like the Flash movie. It's cool to see Patrick Stewart come back as Professor X, and to see which they ruined it by not having him come back. Seeing Jim from The Office as Mr. Fantastic. But unfortunately, that's the only time we'll ever get him as Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I refuse to watch any of the others. Just shit.
I haven't seen the new Fantastic Four movie just because
neither have I.
I find Pedro Pascal annoying as both an actor and a person. He doesn't have to be in everything. I don't know why people think that every movie has to have him. And I just wasn't. It just didn't look exciting to me.
I'm becoming less and less. What's the word for it? I just don't like people anymore, particularly celebrities. As we had a conversation about this last week, and I was saying, you really ought to try and separate the art from the artist. And the problem with that is that it's very difficult. And when you want to punch most celebrities in the face, it's very difficult to watch their work.
Yeah,
it really is. It really is very difficult to watch their work. But it won't stop me enjoying the older stuff. So,
well, the celebrities back then were less pretentious. I mean, they were pretentious, but they were less.
Everybody was less pretentious.
Their agent told them to shut the hell up and accept the award and the money, and that was the end of it.
Actually, what it is they were a lot more worried about their public perception because back then they knew it meant money.
Yeah.
How they were perceived. Every action was watched over. You had a publicist watching every Hollywood star because, and they were just as bad as they are now. It's just that they kept the majority of those scandals out of the media.
Well, it's because over sort of a 10-year period, corporates became engaged in ideology, and so they allowed people to fail because they matched their ideology. And then those same people decided they were going to talk about the ideology, and people were like, "Shut up and just you monkeys dance." That's all I want to say. I just want to see you dance. Shut up.
I just want to say the title of this article right here is a very dangerous, life-threatening use of alliteration.
Painting, punch it, and pirates.
Yeah. Peanuts, precision, and pantomime.
Somewhere in that sentence, Pilates should turn up, really.
You'd think. Yeah.
Well, isn't this before Pilates came out or became popular?
I don't know. Probably just as it was in. They probably figured he didn't have much to do with Pilates, so they didn't list it. Some of his strip work here. Different styles. I don't know if that's all him or not. Sorry, folks. Got to look again. Al may have provided a strong assist to the June 23rd, 72 Terry and the Pirates Daily, but one can't be certain. After all, the great mimic made a second career out of masking his own style. That's what it says.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Look at the extra work he's putting in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what a lot of people did in the 90s.
Including
they had their style, and then they had a second career pretending to be Jim Lee.
This was unpublished work. I'm sure he was proposing a Peanuts gig from Schultz.
Well, he certainly did it well.
Yeah. I think that's what the article's about, is that he was that good of an artist that he was able to mimic other people's styles. I have no idea that person's ideologies. Okay. That's why we hate what?
Why the hate?
Why the hate towards Aquaman? Put Manhunter, Plastic Man, Blue Beetle, Hawkman, or Green Arrow in a building on fire. Aquamarine, probably Aquaman, would use the water flowing inside pipes. Smart, right?
I reckon he could just make them urinate on each other. That would work.
I will say
Aquaman could probably manipulate that water. I don't know if Aquaman can do that. Can he?
Don't know. I don't think he can. Can he? He couldn't in the film last night.
I will say that as for Aquaman, anyone that's played the Injustice game, Aquaman has the best finishing move out of all of them. He just sends a tidal wave full of like sharks and fish to carry them away.
Yeah, get someone else to do your job. Yeah, I know people like that.
Which it was great to see it when you're fighting on like Brainiac Space Station, because there's ocean up there.
Reminds me of the ending of New Frontier that I just watched. The Aquaman comes in. It's the job's already done. Superman is presumed dead. He's been blown into the water, and Aquaman brings him back to the beach inside of a giant fish. So you see this big fish coming up onto shore, and they're all getting ready to fight it. And the fish opens its mouth and sticks out its tongue, and Superman's laying there, and Aquaman comes walking in, riding that tongue. I think this might belong to you. He keeps asking for someone named Lois. Yeah.
That was a good, both good comic book and animated movie. It kind of goes through the golden age really good.
Just fantastic. Yeah. It's Darwin's Cook's genius, I think. That's what he was.
Very good
in my opinion, that's what he was made to do, was stuff in that era. Go ahead, Russ.
Plastino's very good at copying other styles.
Yeah. Look at the Nancy strip down there.
Nancy. It's convincing, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. Nancy, I didn't know your toy duck could fly. He says, neither did I. That dog wants it really bad. Where'd we leave off here? There. Come on. I have no idea that person's ideologies. All right. He may be the representative of that land. Aquamarine. Where did that come from? That's called Google Spell Check, Marvy. There's a number of very fun TikTok channels that ride on those badly done spell checks. Text messages.
Never duck. It is never the word duck.
Never duck. Yeah. There you go. Ninja says, been by once, haven't bought any Knickerbockers yet. His favorite basketball team. Okay. More Nancy. Who's that guy? Yeah, he looks familiar. Yeah, back then you wanted to do comic strip work because it paid so well. Dal's Hand was probably the most autobiographical newspaper strip the artist ever drew. For instance, Alfred wrote and illustrated gags related to his passions of art, hunting, and golf. There we are. There he is again. What they call that? Ferdinand. I think I've seen some of these strips before. He looks kind of familiar. It's nice.
Yeah, it kind of gives off a lot of the Charlie Chaplin Tramp vibes.
Yeah, it does. Here, the model he's painting. He painted the top half with this model. Sees her out and brings in a fish and finishes the mermaid painting. There's some paintings, special projects. Yeah. Look at that. Could paint pulp covers too. For the time invested, the pulp covers didn't pay a whole lot, and they weren't. They were almost as underappreciated as comic book art for the longest time. I think up until about 10, maybe 20 years ago, they weren't very appreciative of this work at all. It's starting to pick up now. Commercial work, illustration work like this, starting to sell better. Some great coffee table books. We looked through a great coffee table book of pulp covers, painted covers, just phenomenal. Right as we started doing this podcast, so it's way back in the archives. So go look, it's worth it. Some Superman trading cards here he did. Not the first set, probably the second or third set. I think think the first set were based off of the Fleischer studio cartoons. Is that a box? That's probably, no, Superman in the jungle.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, Superman sleeps tonight.
Yeah, it looks like it could have been a Tarzan illustration they just substituted Superman for. It's out there playing with a lion. It's been by 1/7. Been, dang, pay it way back. The Ninja says, right on. Got a little Nancy work here. Check that letter out. I think he did somebody's portrait. Library of Congress. It's my pleasure to acknowledge with many thanks receipt of the material mentioned below. We really appreciate your business. Oh no, your kindness in sending this material to the Library of Congress. It says, when John S. Hobart Elementary School opened in Al's community, he made sure they had a proper portrait of its namesake hero. Crazy good. The artist's superpower. Looks like he's doing a little homage work.
Yeah, I love the Van Gogh one on the right-hand page.
Yeah. It's really tender, too. That reminds me of Barry Windsor Smith almost. That's a, Pope next to Madonna and Child. The latter became the family Christmas card one year, rendering shared by Mrs. P. That's got really hard Barry Windsor Smith vibes to me. The way it's inked, the way it looks.
It's very clean and precise.
Yeah. The Ninja says comic book trading cards was my thing. We looked at the Mars Attacks set a couple years back. I do have the set of the Fleischer, I think, Superman cards that we should probably look at one of these days on a Sunday Funnies, just to do it. Paint over the pump, draw around the balloons. More commercial work here. Painting. Both of those are painting. Mr. Mixpidlick. Culmination of the work in progress. See photo previous page. Al's cover recreation of Action Comics 146 from July of 1950. Image courtesy of collector Dan Marcara, who wrote, I think I chose the Action 146 cover because it was a great shot of Superman in action and the great expressions of the three being rescued. It's my favorite period of Al's work. The cover says 1950 all over it. There's your Aquaman. legacy.
Is that the Legion on the right-hand page?
That's
Legion
Mick Carty here. Cover detail. Yeah, this is the Legion. Revisiting his buddies from the Legion superheroes. Pencil drawing by Al at the age of 91. It's amazing. At 91. Still had it. It's pretty obvious he still had it. It's the 3 founding members of the Legion and Superboy. Saturn Girl, Cosmic Boy, and Lightning Lad. It's a little bit of Flash work, a little bit of Captain America. This looks like Infantino here. Penciled by Carmine Infantino, inked by Joe Gianna. I think that's how you, or Giella. Then this is Captain America here. All done for celebrate his passing. Oh, that's classic Superman pose here.
Yeah.
Superman again. Superman by Ordway. You pronounce that Bogdanov's? Superman there. Two super cartoonists from the hand of Gilia. An article showcasing the bat talents of both him and Plastino, Long Island residents, the 2 local artists drawn to the Cape Crusader. Oh, that's classic. Is that Jose Garcia Lopez, it looks like? Comic ad he did. U.S. bike tires. Long before the Twinkie ads, kids. Probably a little bit before Captain Tootsie.
Bazooka Joe.
Pardon?
I said Bazooka Joe, too.
Yeah. Last Superman standing.
Is that Siegel and Schuster?
It is. Oh, nope, sorry. That's golfers Ben Hogan and Brian Nelson in the clouds, a Superman salute. Color rendering by Plastino in 2015. On their passing. That's the artist speaking, the dedication to the John S. Hobart Elementary School. And then that is, not only did Al successfully capture President Kennedy's likeness, he made the image of astronaut John Glenn photorealistic. There for that page. Matt Black in the house. Morning, afternoon, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Had to take the pooch out for his, I'm sure that's work, for his walk.
Walk. Had to take the pooch for a pee.
Walk, yes. Another page from the Kennedy story. Gave him a lot of recognition here. Superman's mission for President Kennedy. I think back then that got a bit of national attention.
Mm. It's nice, little bit of rendering on the building there, but he's just kept the Superman simple.
Yeah. That detail was fantastic.
Nice. What a brilliant panel that is with the house and the fence.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a latter-day Dynamic Man sketch for commission. Self-portrait.
It reminds me of Eisner.
Mm-hmm.
Those panels.
Here we go.
Rawr.
See, he's breaking away from the Wayne Boring barrel chest here
Yeah.
a bit, making him look more dynamic, I think. Smaller waist. Looks good, though. NASA. Stone Age Warrior. Giants and Monsters. Late October into early November 2013, Al turned back time to recreate the Superman's mission splash page. On February 8, 2014, his son Fred admired the achievement. At 91, he still had it. He loved being an artist. That's his recreation at 91.
I wonder what the mission was he was on for Kennedy.
Pardon?
I wonder what the mission was that he did for Kennedy.
I don't remember the story. I read it a long time ago, though. I don't remember what happened. Just remember he was in it. Super fuel for super planes. This criminal's rage and anger. Oh no, I probably placed that program placed between Superman's hands prevented the super blast. Megaton Alpha and Omega must meet with direct impact in order to explode. What rotten luck. 1955. Al gave an encore performance by putting one of his dad's old hats on another cauliflower-eared bad guy. Panel from Action Comics 528, the September issue. Oh, there's a cap. Look at that. Pretty cool. Very
with
golden. Yeah.
Is he there with Tiger Woods? What's that?
Yeah. Rule 231-1, relief. Any loose impediment may be removed without penalty.
So he's helping him cheat. Okay.
He obviously liked a bit of golf, did Al?
Yeah. I just love this though.
Yeah.
That's got such a great golden age feel to it. There's Batman. Looking too happy by today's standards. That's cool. Wayne Boring, Al Plastino, and Kurt Swan were the primary Superman artists during comic books' late golden and silver ages. By the time assignments were given out for Superman the Wedding Album #1, Al was the last remaining member of the Big Three. Shown here, one of 2 new pages he both penciled and inked for that special. Kind of wish they'd have blown that up bigger so that everybody could see it off the camera. It's really good. Wow, to be able to do that at the age of 91, yeah, that is talent. It is. It's amazing. A couple of his paintings. This is the Superman's mission for President Kennedy originals find their long-intended home in front of the younger Meanie and Ryan Badesny, and encircling them, starting from the left, are, and there's a whole list. Anne Marie Plastino is in there, and all sorts of people. But the originals for the Superman story is behind them. So Al probably kept it. Some more of this. Oh, there's some pencil and ink work. See some changes there.
That's a very unique panel on the top of the left-hand page.
Here?
Yeah.
She's working his hamstrings out. It's all right.
Yeah, she's stretching him out. They say she's the best personal fitness trainer. Says trouble with your flying and running? Relax. You're too tight. I'll work on your legs, your abductor magnus, and your femoris muscles, and you will feel super.
Yeah, well, I have a dirty mind, so you know where my mind automatically goes.
Oh, yeah. Cars. The nod to a Peanuts smile was created by Al in 1980 and appeared monthly in the Rotary Club newspaper in Long Island. Here.
The boy looks a lot like Calvin with cleaner hair.
Yeah. Wow. Yep. To be able to do that. 91. Yep. Here we go. Ah. There's some more pencil work. Sketch. A couple of studies. Some classic Plastino covers. celebrities, a couple of mysteries too.
Kept him busy.
Yeah, definitely did. Did a large body, large amount of work. Girls Lane, Superboy. Hey, girls. Conveniently placed beach ball.
It's a beach butt.
Yeah, beach butt. I don't see a code authority stamp there though.
Is this too early on for it?
Yeah, must be. And here we are, my pal Al. That's great. Look at that. A little bit more pencil work here. It's probably got to be a commission, it looks like.
Yeah.
But that is great Supergirl, though. And then an ad for Two-Morrows Other Stuff. So here we are. Alfred John Plastino.
What a guy.
Last Superman standing. Two-Morrows. Gary Zeno. Folks, I'm pretty sure this is still available over at Amazon. And like we said earlier, anything from Two-Morrows is worth your time to look at, if only for the pictures. They do some great work. So check them out. Very underappreciated Superman artist. Some great stuff. This is my pal Al. Yeah. Al Plastino, folks. They even knew Al was a thing before Al became a thing. LOL. That's Al, not AI. So it's all good. All right, that's it, folks. That's the book. Here we are. Thank you so much for hanging with us. Deeply appreciate you being here. We don't get paid for this. We don't have sponsors. We don't have big, long commercials that aren't meant as parody unless there are stuff. Any other ads you see here are just meant to be funny. So we hope you appreciate us being here. If you like this program, make sure you tell your friends. We are archived over at the Comic Book Black Belt YouTube channel, the Randy Zim YouTube channel, and the Indie Comics Network YouTube channel. So go over there and subscribe. Hit that like button when you can, folks. We've got a good audience today, so hit that like button. If you enjoyed this program, if you put up with our glitches, we seem to be fine now. Everything seems to be running smooth, so it's all good. Had me real worried this morning. Levi says, thank you for the show, gents. Thank you, Levi, for being here. You are welcome on anytime, Levi. Anytime you want to spend the time and look through stuff. We have some great stuff coming up in the future. I'm telling you, I've got that package from PBR. We'll be looking at Red Nails with Barry Windsor Smith. The Turnouts is coming. Sure, we'll get some Sin City in before the end of the year. A little bit of Dan Dare before that, though. So just more great things on the way, folks. We do this twice a week because we love doing it. We're inspired by it. And the work, just looking through this work makes us better creators. We do it twice a week, 9 a.m. on Sundays. You'll find the Sunday Funnies. 5 a.m. Friday mornings, we do Comics by Night, where we look at comics mainly comics and sequential art. Here on Sunday's program, we like to look at the more unusual things that are connected to the business. That's why I figured we'd look through this retrospective look at Al here on Sunday Funnies. So stop back by. We'll see you on the next one.
Yep.
Mitch, please tell folks how they can find you.
Well, you can find me at Linktree/Celtic Cross Studios, where you can find my webcomics and my website and socials and everything. You can find my webcomics on both Global Comics and topass.com. And keep an eye out for the upcoming Boger first miniseries collection. That should be crowdfunding, hopefully, when I get it all done.
All right. Russ, please tell folks how they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me at russleach.com. Go there, sign up for the email list. On the merch page, you can also pick up links to issues 1, 2. I don't think 3 is on there yet, but it's easy to find on Amazon or Critical Blast, plus the Shadow Kingdom, plus other stuff for Only Death Can Save Us as well. So go check it out. It's at russleach.com and sign up for that email list.
Excellent. And folks, I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. My next work, I'm currently scripting out the plot for Atlantean 5 and working on a omnibus of the first comic, indie comic I ever had printed, which was Tales from the Aniverse with Arrow Comics. Looking forward to that, slowly putting it together. Got a style guide that we're going to have available here shortly for those of you that remember the title that might want to do some fan work or contribute to the book. So be on the lookout for that. Again, folks, we can't tell you how much we appreciate you being here. We know the majority of our viewership is after the fact. We appreciate that as well. Please make sure you leave a like, any kind of interaction, even if you have to leave a thumbs down. Any kind of interaction with this program just goes to help our algorithm on whatever platform you contribute to help us be seen by more people. And in my opinion, we don't have nearly the audience we should on this program, and we hope that it'll grow out. We try to be positive on this show for a reason. Comics to us are our life's blood. We love, we breathe this stuff. We've grown up with it, most of us, and it's our primary source of entertainment. And there's still so much great entertainment value left in these books. And there's so many books, so much great things to show you. We are never going to run out of things to present to you, because there's so much great stuff from all over the world. We hope you enjoy this program. Again, please let us know if you did by hitting that like button, leaving us a comment, whatever you need to do. And as we'll see you on the next one.
That's what done, yeah.
I think before we go, I do want to leave you with the words of the great philosopher and strategist Sun Tzu, who said, "Everyone's an atheist until they clog a toilet at someone else's house." Just kidding. He didn't say that. But it's still important words. Take care, everybody. See you next time. And thanks for watching us here on Sunday Funnies. And if I could scroll down again, I don't know why this thing freezes. Irritating.
Do you draw the Flintstones naked? There's a market for that.
Of course, it gets glitched now, right at the very end, as should have never scrolled up to Sun Tzu. How irritating that is. All right, folks, we'll see you on the next one. I guess we're taking off from there. I'll just throw this up and we'll say see you next time. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching Sunday Funnies.
Layers.
Sayonara.
Somebody out there in their head is currently singing Taste the Biscuit. I know they are.